Okay, and except a software application lab, you have to be here for to conduct the lab. Okay, right. So for that purpose, we will finish the class with the procedure and all those things. Okay, when you come back, when you are actually physically when you are here, we are not going we are not going to discuss about again the same the procedure requirement everything. Directly we are going to execute the project in the ground itself. Okay, so for that purpose, you guys listen carefully and. We can finish that way, right? So here, can you see the slide now? Can you
Yes,
see the
sir.
slides?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The first experiment which you are going to conduct, measurement of distance using the tape along with the horizontal plane as well as right. So how we are going to do the horizontal measurements? So in a plane surveying, the distance between the 2 points means a horizontal distance. What is the horizontal distance? There are 2 points. You require the 2 points to measure the horizontal distance. So the 2 points should be the intervisible. If the 2 points are not intervisible, you have to establish the intermediate point, right? This is the basic concept of the first experiment. So if the points are at a different elevations, then the distance is in the horizontal length between the plumb lines at the points. That's called your slope. You have to take the the readings, different elevation. One is in the ground level, another one is in the elevated area, or it may be in the small hill. Okay, that's the thing. And the third point is when you are using the EDM device, that's called electronic distance measurement device. Corrections to be the horizontal distance, you have to still need to be corrected. Okay, correction has to be done. Even EDM device, electronic distance measurement, when taking. Right. And this is a very simple concept. You need a two stations, point A and point B. Okay, and you have to measure the distance using the tape, or you can use the chain. Generally, we are not going to use the chain. That's because of it may carrying the problem. That's the one thing. And generally, we are using the tape. Okay, and it gives direct reading for that. Okay, so what is the aim of the experiment? To measure the distance between the 2 points using the direct ranging. Okay, using the direct ranging. That means the alignment is clear and the points both are the intervisible. It's visible. There is not an issue. And what are the instruments you required for this? You need the ranging rod, you need the tape, and you need the arrows. Okay, what is the use of the ranging rod? Ranging rod to use for the generally for the alignment. That's the one thing. Second thing, and you fix the particular point, maybe a point and B point, and even for the intermediate points. And what is the use of the tape? To measure the distance, horizontal distance. And what is the use of the arrows? Where we are using the arrows? So when you mark the point on the ground first, you are going to what you call this fix with the arrows. Okay, when you finish the all the corners, or it may be in the one line of 5 points or 10 points, so then we are going to make the measurement. So arrows are to fix the the initial points. That's it. And when it comes to the theory part, so for the measurement of length of survey line, which is essential to stretch the chain or tape. Either you can use the tape or you can use the chain. Okay, along with the joining of the two ends. Right. If the distance between the stations is less than chain, distance between the stations, okay, it's less than chain or tape length, and chain has to can be stressed directly without any establishing the intermediate points. However, if the distance is greater than the chain length or tape length, we have to establish the intermediate points. So for each and every the area, we are not going to establish the intermediate points. If required, then only we are going to establish the intermediate points. So one thing, one case, if the your measurement of measuring the table, the tape and the chain length is greater than, so length is the actual length of AB station is greater than your tape, we are using the intermediate points, establishing the intermediate point. If the points are intervisible, it's not possible sometimes. Say, for example, in the bush areas, especially in the forest areas, when you are going to measure it, there it's not possible. You have to establish the intermediate points. Okay. There are two types, in the two cases you are going to establish. One is intervisible between the points, it's not happening. And the third one is, second one is the your chain or the tape length is lesser than your actual length. Okay, this is the thing. And direct ranging can be done by eye or with the instruments called a line rangers. So if the points are intervisible, the direct ranging can be done. That is the thing. Okay, and the process of establishing the intermediate points on a straight line is known as a ranging out. Okay, establishing the intermediate points on a straight line, that's called a ranging out the survey. Okay, direct ranging is done when the end stations are intervisibles. As I told you that if you have the 2 station or 3 stations, 3 are visible, no issues, no need to establish the intermediate points. And another case, when you are going to establish the intermediate points, when you take the if the survey area is the turning curves, if there is any curves in the field, again you have to take the intermediate points. If there is any bushes or thick forest, you have to take the intermediate points. Your tape or maybe your tape and the chain length is lesser than your the length of the total both the stations. Again, you have to use the intermediate points. In these 4 cases, you have to use the intermediate points. Okay, right. And this is how we are going to establish the erecting the ranging rods. Let A and B the 2 end stations on survey line AB, and erecting the ranging rods or poles at the point A and B just behind the station pegs as shown in the figure. Yes, in the next slide is the figures. Let me show you that. And for erecting the ranging rods, we need to hold it firmly in the right hand, and such as its lower end is about 300 mm above the ground, and then it will dry firmly in the ground itself. Then third point is that after erecting the rods, ranging rods, okay, A and B, at A and B points, the surveyor hand stand behind the ranging rod at distance, okay, and half a meter or 1 meter, 1 or 2 feet. That's more than enough. Okay, and you need to take assistance of any one help there to hold the another ranging rod at C point, so that you can do the alignment for A, B, C. C is the intermediate point, A, B is the main 2 points, okay, stations, and C is the intermediate points. So to establish a C point, you must have the proper alignment. So you must have the proper alignment. This alignment you have to make it with the proper. Either you can use the the compass, or you can manually by by standing the 3 persons you can make the one line alignment. Okay, right. This is the things, and yeah. Okay. Then 4th point is the surveyor directs the assist to move the ranging rod traverse to the line AB till the 3 rods at one point. 3 rods at points. That means A, B, C are exactly in the straight line. It's a very simple one. Okay, the surveyor then give the signals to the student to fix the rod at a C point. Okay, until then he has to move as per the requirement. Likewise, the other points you can establish on the line AB. Okay, then you can measure the distance. So here is the your AB, A and B, right? Here you can see this. This is actual distance. Here you can see this. This is a little bit undulating topography. Topography is not, it's not exactly in the flat land. Okay, and when you stand here, this point may not be visible. Okay, so here there may be a bushes, or it may be the landscape itself, indicating that. So it's a higher elevation, lower elevation. Again, it's a little bit higher elevation. So here is the lower elevation, here is a lower elevation, and here is a higher elevation. It's difficult to visible from point A to point B. In this case, you have to establish the C point. That's called your intermediate points. Okay, from here to here, you fix the on the intermediate points and measure it. What is the distance there, either through the tape or through the what you call your right or your what you call the ranging tape or chain. From there, from C point to B point, you can measure it. It's a intervisible, these two. Okay, AC is the intervisible, CB is the intervisible, but AB is not intervisible. That is a issue of this. Okay, this is how we need to establish the station there. Okay, and finally, whatever the measured distance between the points A and B, how much it is there, that we have to accumulate. That maybe you can from A to C is maybe 10 meters, and from C point to intermediate points, the main point CB, the distance, it may be the 20 meters. So altogether it's a 30 meters. So A plus C and C plus B. So altogether it's a 30-meter length. This is how you can fix this here. And the second one in that, setting out the perpendiculars on the given line using the cross tab. So what is the cross tabs? Where we are using the cross tabs? Why we are using this cross tabs? Okay, so here in the when we are using the cross tabs to set out the particular perpendicular to various points in the given line. Say for example, when you are making the griddings, it's called the block levelings. So maybe the 5 meter by 5 meter, or it may be 10 meter by 10 meter, the griddings. So that time you have to use this cross tabs to make the proper alignment, 90-degree of the the gridding lines. Otherwise, the whole grid will be a zigzag lines. That should not happen. Okay, that is how the things. This is what we have. The setting out perpendiculars using the cross tab and optical squares. So here the procedure is that let the A and B two end stations on either line of the AB. Okay, select the C point. Okay, point C on the chain line where the perpendicular is to be set out. Okay, that is your point. And the cross tab is held vertically at the C point on one pair of the opposite, and you can slip directly to the ranging of the rods AB. Okay, looking through the either pair of the slits, and the surveyor directly assist to the fixing the ranging rods at D. Okay, this perpendicular CD is out at ABC at. Okay, here you can see this. So this is your AB points, and this is your intermediate points. Okay, so here when you are going to establish this the perpendiculars by using the ranging rods, that's a very simple one. You need to check with the alignment first, or you can use it another way. Instead of cross tabs, you can use the what you call your the compass, but it's very difficult to hold for longer time this the compass for alignment. So ranging rod is the best one for you guys. Okay, and you need maybe a 2-3 ranging rods. Sorry, not ranging rods, it's a cross tab you required. So the compass, it's very difficult to manage that. So this is how the AB points, and this is the intermediate points. From intermediate points we can establish the gradings. So I'll show in some of the photographs, in the field photographs, how they are going to carrying out the the using the cross tabs for block leveling. Okay, so here is the the what you say, this arrows which you use it for the corner of our points and also for the mid points. So that's called intermediate points. Okay, so visible. And why we are making the beddings? To remove the bendings, to remove easily for that. And this is how crash tabs are looking. Some are with a wooden. This should be this part should be the the metal one. The top one is called the wood one. Generally we use this like this. And here you can see this. Right, here you can see this, the gap. Why we are making the gaps? To make the proper alignment. Through this you have to see the all the intermediate points are in the proper alignment or not. That we have to, like this, one line is like this, another line is like this. So that we have to check this. Here you can see this. Right. Yeah. So this is how you need to get the alignment. This is a 90-degree angle always. Okay. Fix in a particular point, and you can establish the lines. Say for example, I would say this. This is your 50 meter by 50 meter grid. Okay, you establish already, right? With with the arrows, with the what you call the ranging rods, you fix this boundary lines, and you want to make the this entire 50 meter by 50 meter grid. You want to make it block, different block, like grid systems. So 5 meter by 5 meter, 5 meters like this, 5 meters x-axis, or you can do the 10 meter by 10 meter as per your requirement, and depends on the ground conditions. Okay, so in that case we used to fix this the arrows, arrows, and as well as in the what you call this uh, crash tabs in the particular place. So you have to fix the mark it with the all the tapes with the 10 meter by 10 meter with the whitener. You can mark it here, put some white powder, and then it established like this in a north-south directions. And one crash tabs you need to fix it here, another the crash tabs you have to fix here, and both should be intervisible properly, and also uh, uh, what you call this intermediate point should be the alignment properly. So if you keep it these two here, and you are making the survey and intermediate points in zigzag line, it will be a big problem for the when you make the drawing finally. So for making the rectangle, sorry, the right angles, it's a 90-degree angle. You can make this the what you call this the crash tabs. This is the 4 grids. So when you make this 50 by 50, or you can make this 20 by 25 by 25. So 4 grids are happening here. Okay. So for this purpose, generally we use this the crash tabs. Okay. All right. So here is the the compass. Generally we can use it, but it's very difficult to fix with the the tripod and all. But by the crash tabs, you can easily popular. It's actually the popular one. Use it the wooden crash tabs for that. Okay, not with the compass, not with the other one. Okay. Yes, this is a crash tabs. Simpler, simplest instrument. Use it for setting out the right angles. Okay, it's generally we use for only for the right angles. Okay, open crash tabs, French crash tabs, and adjustable one. Okay, and yeah, here is the in the field where we are using the crash tabs are there. Right, just a minute. Okay, here nobody is using the crash tabs because they are not doing any what we call this and the gridding systems here. Okay, no. Nobody is using the crash tabs here. Nobody is using crash tabs. No, here not. We are not using. Let me show some of the photos here. Yes, I think we are using the crash tabs here. Yeah. Yes, this is a way the students are using the what you call, yeah, establishing the grids here for block levelings. So one thing we need to ensure here, the first four corners you should establish here. One is here, and another one is somewhere here. I think it's visible, and through the the tape, they are measuring the distance here, and the corner points they have fixed with this is not visible properly here, and here you can see this one, the ranging rods, and the intermediate points they are going to establish here with the the tape and also with the arrows. Okay, right. So the first the four corners you have to establish, then with the alignment, proper alignment, and tape. Okay, then next part is that you need to establish the intermediate point for 10-meter or 5-meter grid. So right, so for this purpose you need to use the crash tabs. From here to here we need to make the the what you call the establishing the intermediate points. Okay, and now it's visible, this crash tabs. Okay. Yeah. Yes, one is here, other one is here, third one is here, fourth one is somewhere here, I think. Yes, and where is that? Oh, crash tab is fell down here. They was using that. Yeah, or they are using this ranging rods. Yes. Yeah. This is generally we use it, the crash tabs, for the making the right angles, especially for the 90-degree angle. We use this crash tabs. Okay, so I think this is, they are generally use it for the block leveling. They are doing the block leveling for the generate the contours from this, and which one is the higher elevation within that, and which is the lower elevations. And again we have to do the interpretation part in the contours. Okay, and first we establish the the border, the outline of the block, and then we have to establish the intermediate one. Okay, and we have to take the measure the RLs, elevations or reduced levels. By using the dumpy level or auto level, you can get the readings. Okay, these guys are focusing here to get the the elevations, how they are traversing, taking the elevations from that particular area. So they are generally traversed with the known points. Where is the known RL point here? Yeah, here is the known RL points are here. Okay, so these are the 881, 882, 883. Different teams, or they have the different, the what you call this, the marking station, but it's the 881 is the RL. From there, they are going to take a traverse. That is our benchmark for us, to our reference point. I would say it's a reference point to start the survey. Okay, from there, they are going to establish, from here, they are going to establish the downstream of the place. Okay, so this is all about the today's class, and okay, right. All right, and yeah, so now we are going to join for the Engineers Day, this one celebration, right? And yeah, let me take attendance there. This is a batch 2, no? Ramnarayan. Not there. Sneha, Chetan?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, batch 2. These students are in the batch 2 or batch 1? Let me confirm with this.
Batch 2.